So what is reading fluency? What does it mean to be a fluent reader? So we have steps to fluency here, sometimes called the pillars of reading. And all of these are taught in an order and need to be successfully learnt in order to become a fluent reader. So when we talk about a fluent reader, we don't just mean reading the words on a page. So we come across a lot of students who can read beautifully, but they don't read with expression, or they have no comprehension and understanding of what they're reading. So first and foremost, we believe that teaching should be taught as a process, not through memorization. So many of you might have been taught how to read by word recognition, and this is not the scientifically best way to teach reading. The process of phonics allows children to learn the lifelong skills that they will have to be able to decode any word that they come across. For example, if you learn 100 words by memorization, you know how to read 100 words, and this may take time. We teach a system to the child, and once you learn the first 6 sounds, the child knows how to read over 30 words. Once they know all 44 sounds, they can read thousands of words. And so this is a difference between giving your child the answers to a problem or teaching them the skills to solve the problem themselves. So moving around the reading fluency circle, we come across the sound awareness. This is often a stage that is forgotten by parents and missed out completely. And sound awareness is taught from as early as possible. And it's basically the understanding and recognition of sounds in a child's environment and in the language. So this can be done through a number of ways. It might be listening to nursery rhyme songs. It's done in a very fun and informal way. It could be I Spy games. So it's just the recognition of sounds in the environment and the language. And this is key to developing the phonics skills later on. So moving around to decoding. What we mean by teaching the skill of decoding is recognizing the written form of the letter, which we call a grapheme, and the relationship of that grapheme to the sound it makes. So the sound we call the phoneme. Knowing the relationship between the grapheme and the phoneme is what we call decoding. And once they have the decoding skills and they know those sounds, we move on to blending. And that's when they are putting those sounds together to form the actual word. And this is sometimes where children get a little bit stuck. So they know all the sounds, but they just need the extra help to actually blend them together to form the word. So this is the basic pillars of reading. Once we have those basic skills, we want to develop them to become a fluent reader. And the 2 areas we would develop and advance them in would be the vocab and comprehension, and their pace, intonation, and expression whilst reading. And these 2 really come together and offer more advanced readers. And this is when their fluency and the confident reading comes into it. So comprehension is key, and inference, which is actually reading between the lines. These are key skills that are taught to more advanced English readers. So the pace, intonation, and expression, what we mean by that is rather than reading very blandly, we want them to read with expression. We want them to use the punctuation to put pauses in and more dramatic speech where needed, to use exclamation marks if someone is shouting and making it louder, to use the commas for small pauses, the full stops for bigger pauses. So we call them pre-readers when they are just interested and loving books and sitting down with you, to becoming early readers, transitional readers to more advanced readers and fluent readers. All these skills matter,